All right, so in this video, we're going to be going over the Explore Air and what's all included in the box and some of the compartments that are on the machine, and hopefully you get a better feel of what the machine actually has. So one of the first things that we're going to talk about is the open button, and right next to that open button, you'll see that little compartment up there, and that's where your cartridges can go in there, and you won't be able to cut directly with the Explore through the cartridge, but you can do it through Design Space. So with the open button pressed, you can see that the clamshell is just opening up. Very nice. You have tool compartments right up here in the front, perfect for storage, and you can notice the magnets that are on top of those lids so that you know those lids will stay secure when the clamshell is closed. So the tools can go up there in that little compartment in the top left. Now this is your blade housing as well as your pen tool holder and your score tool holder. You have an A and a B side. We'll talk about that later. All right, so over here on the far right, you have the power button, so that will turn on the machine. You also have the smart dial technology where you can just turn the dial to whatever material you're using, and of course the recommended setting for speed and pressure will be utilized. Now if you find yourself where that speed and pressure is not working, that's where the custom setting will come into play. You turn that to custom, and inside Design Space you can set your own parameters. All right, so we are going to go ahead and talk about the last three buttons down here. So that little up and down arrow right there, that's how you load the mat and unload the mat. The next one is a little Cricut bug, and that's how you will click the go. This thing will illuminate and flash when you're ready to cut. And then of course the last button we have is the pause button, and that will pause your machine when it's cutting. All right, so let's talk about how you can release the blade holder. It's a little clip right here, release, and you can just pull the blade out. It has a little plunger on the top. You can push the plunger down, exposes the blade, and you'll be able to pull the blade out in case you need to replace the blade. All right, and then all you have to do is slip it back in the hole and make sure that that clip is closed. And you do want to push up whenever you're inserting any of this stuff, whether that be the score tool or the pins. Okay, now on the back you have the two spots. You have the USB and the power. Now this machine is Bluetooth capable, so in case you do want to hardwire it to your computer, or maybe your computer doesn't have Bluetooth, you can utilize that feature there. All right, so I do want to talk a little bit about what's included inside the box. So you do get a nice little starter manual. That's right at the very top of the book. You also get these materials that were kind of nice, and it actually gives you instructions on how to walk yourself through a Make It Now project. Now, some other stuff that you can see here is the how to configure it, get everything all set up. So nice, clear photos. You also get your AC adapter and USB cord if you plan on using your Cricut machine with USB. And then, of course, you get the pen or marker, and you get the blade holder with a blade. Of course, you do get a mat, and I do want to say this about the mat. They do sort of curl that around the machine, so you may want to pick up another mat while you're waiting on this one to flatten. All right, so one last thing that the machine came with was, of course, and it was already pre-wrapped, and it was, this carrying case. Okay, now there were some things that were not included in this box that you may expect, or maybe you would like to have. So keep that in mind when you place your order or you have your machine. So the first thing on my list would be a score tool. I meant the machine can score. Why not have a score tool in it? So go ahead and pick one of those up. Also, pen and marker. They only come with that basic one that you saw in this video. So if you're going to use this machine for writing or penmanship, pick those up as well. Now, the basic tool set, you may have your own, but of course the Cricut ones, they do look nice and pretty with the machine, so you may want to get those as well. Extra mat, like I said, that mat is curled underneath that machine in that small box that is zero room for wiggle room, and you may have to set some books on it in order to get it to be flattened. So that's why I say order some extra mats so that you can go ahead and start cutting right away. Also, blades. You may need some extra blades and save on the shipping. You might as well buy all that stuff in bulk and save on the shipping if they have that kind of shipping deal. Okay, so that's the out-of-the-box overview, along with some of the ideas for you as far as what should you purchase or what do you need to purchase in addition to the machine itself. So hopefully you watched this video, you liked it, and go ahead and continue on with the course.